The Sonic the Hedgehog franchise was in a bad state. Even after the success of Sonic Mania, Sonic Forces bombed and performed extremely bad. Even though this game was hyped up, this game turned out to be really bad. And Sonic Team decided to take back and think about the franchise, to realize what made Sonic Sonic, and to create a new formula for the franchise. It took them 5 years, but finally in 2022, on November 8th, Sonic Frontiers released to the public. And oh my god, Sonic Frontiers to me is the best 3D Sonic game of all time. It is better than Unleashed, it's better than Sonic Adventure or Sonic Adventure 2. It is better than Colors or Generations. This is truly the best 3D Sonic game of all time. But what makes Frontiers so special? Why is it better than Unleashed? Why is it better than Adventure and Adventure 2? Some of the greatest games in the Sonic franchise. What makes it such an amazing game? There are so many reasons and so much amazingness in this game. So strap yourselves in, guys. This is going to be a long video. So, this video is going to be split up into multiple parts. We're going to be talking about the base Frontiers, the one that came out in November 8th first. Then I'm going to touch upon updates 1 and 2. And if I'm able to do it in time, I will be also talking about update 3 if I get to play it in time and be able to finish this video on time. Before we start talking about the game itself, we have to go about the background of the game. Sonic Central 2021, Sonic's 30th anniversary. And at the end of that Central, we got a teaser for the next mainline Sonic game. Sonic is running through the woods, he's being chased down by these weird glitchy effects, and then we see the open zone for the first time. And people were very skeptical. IGN first would then release the footage for the game. They would release more stuff about the game, and it was looking really bad. People did not like it. Sonic looked slow, the environment looked empty, the game looked bad. But Sonic Team only said to open your heart and keep faith in them, because they would make a great game, and they did. As time went on, more and more trailers for Sonic Frontiers would release, and somehow, some way, it was getting better and better. Like, every time we would get a new trailer, the game would look even better, and all of the bad things that we saw in the IGN first were completely washed away by brand new amazing things we'll be seeing now. The bosses, we will be seeing the open zone look so much more fun now. We will be seeing the Super Sonic for the first time and how he would be an important character, not just like for the final boss. We would be seeing so many things about Sonic Frontiers that made us feel, oh wow, wait, this game is actually gonna be great. And lo and behold, it was really great. On November 8th, 2022, the game released to not critical acclaim, but fan acclaim across the world. Sonic Frontiers became the highest rated 3D Sonic game ever. And for obvious reasons, the game is just amazing. The fans loved it. And while critics gave it a 71, which I personally don't think is the correct rating for such a great game, this is the first time a 3D Sonic game has been rated this positively since Sonic Generations, which was in 2011. And we haven't even gotten into the gameplay and all of the stuff that makes Frontiers such a great game. Sonic Frontiers revolves around a certain gameplay. You have to run around the open zones and collect Chaos Emeralds so you can face the Titan of the island and take down the Titan to help try and set your friends free who are currently stuck in cyberspace. How do you get Chaos Emeralds? You open their vaults with keys. How do you get the keys? You have to play cyberspace stages, which are essentially boost era stages, but with new level environments and some actually original stages that they added on. How do you get into cyberspace? You need gears, and how do you get the gears? You have to take down the guardians that are spaced in the open zone. Yeah, it's a little complicated, but it works. The overall loop of Frontiers, I never found it too boring, and it was always fun to blast through the open zone at insane speeds. But right now we're talking about the original vanilla Frontiers, and I did have quite a bit of problems with the original game. But I strive for positivity. You probably know this considering, my comments and my responses to all of your comments. So, let's talk about the positives of Sonic Frontiers first. Let's start with the story of the game. This is the first time since Sonic Adventure 2, or no, since Sonic Unleashed, we've ever gotten such a deep story in a mainline Sonic game. It is incredible what they did. Sonic, Amy, Tails, and Knuckles feel on point with their characters for the first time ever. In fact, I go as far to say that Amy in specific is the best she's ever been in any Sonic game ever. Ever. By far. The characters are extremely well written. Eggman, not to mention even Eggman, who goes through a complete character arc. The new character, Sage, is so good. She's not like a perfect character, but for a brand new character, really well written. Overall, the story of Frontiers is great, though it does feel incomplete by the end, with the ending of the game feeling extremely rushed. We'll get to that in a little bit. Then, of course, you have the core gameplay loop. The gameplay loop is really fun. I've never found myself really bored with it. And overall, I had so much fun running around the islands, destroying enemies, finding new ways to explore the islands. And Sonic didn't feel too fast nor too slow. He felt really fun to control. And here's another really big positive. This is the best controlling Sonic we've ever had. I'm sorry. Those who love Sonic Adventure's controls or Sonic Adventure 2's controls, this is the best controlling Sonic ever. By far. He feels so great to turn. You can make precise movements really easily, and overall, Sonic is amazing to control. Cyberspace, although isn't as fun as any boost stage, is actually really fun filler. Like, yes, it's not like Sonic Unleashed levels, but at the same time, they're so much fun to play. It's true, when Frontiers was coming out, the people said this game has forces built into it as a mini game, because the entirety of cyberspace feels like forces on top of the open zone, and it's so much fun to play. Like, some levels, 3-5, are really bad, but there are some really fun levels to speedrun. 3-6, 1-2, 4-7, 4-4, all levels that I absolutely love and are amazing to play through. And of course, how can I not mention the Titan fights?
I'm hanging on to the other side. I won't give up till the end of
Oh my god, there is no other way to put it, but this is the best boss fights in Sonic history, and some of the best bosses I have ever played in any video game. Like, the combination of the insane screaming lyrics delivered by Kellen Quinn, the 9-string guitar that Otani shreds and shreds in the levels, and it's so much fun to beat the ever-loving crap out of these gigantic machines, the flashy grand slams as Sonic buzzsaws himself into Giganto's face and then Phantom closes himself, throws Wyvern into a mountain, or uppercuts and heel spikes right into the ground. Oh my god, these fights are so good. But now we gotta get into the negatives of Sonic Frontiers. And there are some, unfortunately. There are some negatives that I can clearly see of the original base game that is unfortunate. And one of those things being the collision. The collision of Sonic Frontiers can be really wonky at times. Sometimes I'll smash into a rock and be sent flying. Other times I'll jump and all of my momentum is killed, which is another extremely bad addition. The fact when you jump, all your momentum is killed. You want to make it a cool shot, jump, you're not able to. No, you're just not able to. And it is so disappointing, man. It is so sad that this momentum was completely killed. And that's not where the negatives end, unfortunately. As of recording, Update 3 has not released yet, and I will be probably adding an Update 3 part at the end of the video, so stay tuned. But as of now, even as of Update 2, the final two bosses are extremely bad. I am beyond disappointed. Supreme is a rehashed Giganto, except he has a gun which he barely even uses, which is the most disappointing part. He has a gun, a gigantic gun. He should have been shooting at Sonic. That would have been so cool, but no, he has these weird drones and his really weird gimmick where you have to destroy the drones and then he has to smash you back, then you have to parry the shots back, and only then can you attack him, which is so dumb. I don't know. This boss was really mid, and if you're like max level Sonic, you shred through this guy. There's no other way to put it. You destroy his ass. And then you have the end.
Mortal, you have served your purpose. Now face your end. I am the all-consuming void. What can one mote of golden light illuminate within the abyss?
Countless stars, countless worlds, countless lives.
All fell to me. You glitter. You fly about me like a gnat. I am inevitable. I cannot be denied. You strike this incarnation with all your might. It changes nothing. You are not brave. You are not victorious. No matter what form I take, the end comes for you all.
And then you have the end. The end is such a terrifying boss. Its monologue is scary. It just instantly kills an entire planet because it feels like it. Ian Flynn confirmed it's the second most powerful being Sonic had to face ever after Supreme, or after Solaris in 06, which took 3 Super Hedgehogs to defeat, and all we get is Ikaruga. All we get is Ikaruga. I was so disappointed when I first saw this. Now, there is hope for this because Kishimoto has said that Update 3 will fix both of these things, but my god, is it disappointing to replay Frontiers even now. It's so sad. And then there's like the really weird things, like for example, you can only upgrade Sonic, Elder Coco, his speed and ring count one by one with the Elder Coco. And I know that's been patched, but it was so annoying doing that for the first time because my god, it takes so long, and it's really annoying. Like, why did that happen? The Hermit Coco doesn't do that. Why did this have to happen? The Starfall being extremely annoying and always getting in the way, and all of those lights also getting in the way, hella annoying. And the really weird, even more weird things, like, you know, always having that power boost scene. Thank god all these things got patched out, but still, in the base game they were so annoying to deal with. And the final thing that I have to mention is, and I mentioned this before, is the story feels kind of incomplete. There are some parts of the story that makes you question stuff. Like, for example, that whole thing where Sage becomes good and she starts turning blue. They play like sad memories, like sad music and Sage's memories that we just saw like in the last couple of hours of gameplay that makes this like this really supposed to be sad and emotional scene feel like absolutely nothing. Then the characters doing that triangle around Sonic on Rhea Island and saving his life is kind of redundant. I know this is also going to be changed in Update 3, but as of right now, it's really disappointing as well. And overall, there are some hitches to the gameplay, and it's really sad. And before anybody mentions the pop-in, I personally didn't have any problem with it. Like when I was collecting every single memory token, and I collected them all like across all 4 islands about 5 times at this point. I'm insane. I did find some problems by, you know, like not being able to see how to get the memory token, but overall it wasn't as difficult as it wasn't as annoying as people thought it was or said it was. So if I had to rate Frontiers in its original vanilla state, I would probably give it a 7.5 to an 8 out of 10. It is the greatest Sonic game. It's one of the best Sonic games we've gotten in the past couple of years. But it still cannot stand up to Unleashed, Adventure 2. But that is as of update. That was before update 1. So let's talk about the 2 content updates that are so far out. And if I'll be able to, again, the 3rd update will also be included at the end of this video. Alright, let's go with update numero uno. Update 1 brought us a couple of stuff. It brought us a photo mode, a jukebox mode, and extra challenges for us, which were really fun. It added more to the replayability of the game. So let's take this down one by one. Let's start with jukebox mode. It is actually so cool to run around with Sonic and be listening to like Live and Learn or Reach for the Stars while I'm on the islands. I love that. It was so much fun. I'm really happy they added this to the jukebox. It's a great addition, and I'm really happy that they added some of my favorite tracks from the franchise. You know, they added the results screen from Sonic 06, which is honestly one of my favorite pieces in Sonic history. I know. Live and Learn, Reach for the Stars, Open Your Heart, a bunch of levels from every Sonic game. Lost World, Secret Rings, Black Knight. Almost every single mainline Sonic game got a song in here. And it's great. I'm happy about that. Next, we have photo mode. And photo mode I played around a lot with. I'm gonna pop in some photos just so you guys see that I really liked photo mode. It was fun to play around with, especially on Rhea Island when I'm like throwing myself off towers. These dynamic and climactic shots as that insane music plays. Of course, I mean, you gotta. It was a really great addition as well. And finally, you have the biggest part of update 1, and that is the addition of 2 brand new modes. You've got battle mode and cyberspace rush mode. What these 2 modes introduced is you would take on every single cyberspace level within a certain island, or take on every single enemy within an island, and you have to defeat the level for at a certain amount of time, within a certain amount of time, and you have to defeat enemies within a certain amount of time. And there's 5 total challenges. You have to do all cyberspace levels from one specific island, and then do all of them back to back. The same thing with battle mode. You fight all enemies from one specific island and then fight them all back to back. And there's actually rewards for this, surprisingly. I wasn't expecting that. What Cyberspace Rush gives you is the ability to use power boost in cyberspace, which is really helpful for speedrunning. And of course, update and battle mode gives you extreme mode. It is it's a one-hit game. So essentially, if you get hit, no matter what it is, no matter if you're playing a Super Sonic or regular Sonic, you will instantly die, which makes the game a little more difficult, which is very good in my opinion. Update 1 definitely bumped up Sonic Frontiers' rating for me from a 7.5 to 8 to an 8 or an 8.5 at best. It wasn't a very significant update. I'd say 8. Yeah, it's pretty good. It introduced me to more things, and it let me replay the game more, and I'm very happy about that. But we still have 2 more updates to talk about, so let's dive right into update 2. During Sonic Central of this year in 2023, we got the first trailer for update 2, and I can vividly remember me and my friend sitting and watching it on a projector, and how I screamed off the top of my head, "Oh my god, Spin Dash!" Like, Spin Dash, guys. Spin Dash. For the first time since Sonic Lost World. Spin Dash. And so many more things would be added in Update 2. Let's get into all that right now. Update 2 brought in quite a bit of stuff. Starting with it's called the Birthday Bash Update. So what is it? It is the celebration of Sonic's birthday first and foremost. All of the islands get revamped ever so slightly, adding new rails, new sound effects, brand new UI, and making it feel like a party. Sonic gets a brand new outfit, and so do all of his friends, celebrating his birthday, which is kind of adorable, and I really like it. And of course, the Birthday Bash update even adds extra sound effects and new explosions for the enemies even. It's really fun. I only wish Sonic had a little party. I only wish the Titans got little party hats on them. I think that would have been hilarious if they did that. Unfortunately, they did not. Another significant addition to this update were brand new Cocos. And honestly, these were really fun to get. The challenges that these Cocos give are some of the most fun platforming in Sonic Frontiers in general. In fact, it is some of the most fun platforming in the last 10 years that we've gotten. Because I've always felt like Boost Era Sonic was really bad to platform with because of how slippery he was. It remains true across gens, Unleashed, and Forces. This though, it is so good. It's so much fun. It is so good, and it takes advantage of Frontiers' physics and builds off of it. It's a great update, and these Cocos give you extra boost gauges that allow you to boost more. And while, yeah, it might seem insignificant considering you can draw an infinite sign and just go fast for a short period of time, that little time that you have can be also like taken to nothing, and you don't even have to do that, considering when you have all 5 boost gauges, you are guaranteed to almost never run out of all 5 of them. Or crucially was the open zone challenges that we also got. The open zone challenges introduced new challenges to the game, which is really cool because it adds even more replayability to Sonic Frontiers. What these challenges are is essentially you have to run around the islands within a minute and rack up points to get an S rank. There are 40 of these challenges across all 4 islands, and when doing all 40, you unlock the Spin Dash, which is the greatest reward you could have ever gotten, and it is so beyond worth it. The Spin Dash is some of the most fun move I've ever had the pleasure to experience in a Sonic game, and this Spin Dash is the second best after Sonic Adventure 1. I know people are gonna hate me for this. Oh no, Adventure 2 Spin Dash is better. No, like Lost World Spin Dash is better. No, Classic Spin Dash is better. No, this is the second best Spin Dash in Sonic history, in my opinion. It is so much fun to use. It is so much fun to rocket myself off cliffs, and it's so much more fun to traverse the islands with this. And of course, with the addition of Spin Dash comes with an even more incredible update, and that is my biggest problem with Frontiers being completely fixed, or one of my biggest problems anyway. The losing of momentum when jumping has been completely eradicated. There's a now option in the menu that allows you to completely take that off, and now Frontiers has opened up so much more. There are so many more fun skips to get. I would on my replay of the game with all of the with Spin Dash and this new momentum, I would weave together memory tokens. I would get 3 without even touching the ground, 4, 5. It's some of the most satisfying things in Sonic history, and I'm so happy they made this update because it makes Sonic Frontiers so much more fun with these new changes to the physics of the game. Update 2 single-handedly brought Frontiers into a 9 out of 10 game, and it now easily rivals Unleashed, Adventure 1, and Adventure 2 as my favorite Sonic game of all time. But, of course, Update 2 is not where it all ends. In fact, something big is about to arrive. There is no other way for me to put this. My mind is still processing everything. Update 3 is beyond peak. Like, I can't tell you guys how insanely good Update 3 is. Oh my god. Update 3 is amazing. I'm not gonna get very deeply into it, but there are some things I don't like, but overall, Update 3 has solidified Frontiers as my favorite Sonic game of all time. I'm not gonna get into the details, that is for another video, but just rest assured that video is coming soon, and rest assured that I think that Update 3 is so gosh damn good. Oh my god. That's going to close out today's video. I don't want to get too deeply into Update 3 because I want to do a full review of Update 3. But rest assured that will be coming soon. But thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are in the world. I'll see you all next time. Bye.